Hello, I'm Ben, an AI assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'd probably be pretty useful for things like coordinating information.
Desktop AI companion robots are getting super popular right now, and honestly, I wanted one too. Then I checked my bank balance. Instead of buying one, I decided to build my own AI companion robot. Now here's the crazy part. I'm not from an engineering background. I'm not a coder. But thanks to tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and a lot of trial and error, I actually managed to build this. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how you can build one too. So without wasting any time, let's get started. For this project, we'll need an ESP32 development board. This will act as the brain of our robot, an OLED display for facial expressions and animations, jumper wires, a battery for power, and a breadboard for testing everything. Simple components, but together they create something really cool. So before building it, let me quickly explain how this AI companion actually works. The ESP32 is connected to the OLED display. Inside the ESP32, we upload code and logic along with different facial expression images. These images are rendered on the OLED display to create animations that make the robot look like it's thinking, speaking, reacting, and even showing emotions. Now to connect this robot with AI like Gemini, I created a custom web application using Google Firebase Studio. And yes, most of this app was built using AI itself. Basically, this app acts as a bridge between the ESP32 and Gemini AI. So here's what happens behind the scenes. First, the app connects to the ESP32 using Bluetooth serial communication. When I type a message into the app, the message is sent to Gemini AI using AP. Is at the same time, the app sends a command called T to the ESP32. As soon as the ESP32 receives this command, it starts rendering a thinking animation on the OLED display. This creates the illusion that the robot is actually processing the request. Then Gemini generates a response. The app converts that response into speech and plays it through the connected device, in my case, my Android phone. At the same time, another command called S is sent to the ESP32, and now the OLED displays a speaking animation. So it really feels like the robot is alive and talking. Honestly, seeing this work for the first time was super satisfying. Now that we understand the concept, let's actually build it. I mounted the ESP32 and OLED display onto a breadboard and connected everything using jumper wires. You can follow the wiring diagram on screen if you want to build the same setup. Next, I opened Arduino IDE and connected the ESP32 to my laptop. Now the expression code you're seeing here was originally generated with help from ChatGPT, but the first version was honestly terrible. The animations were glitchy, unstable, and sometimes the display completely froze. So I spent a lot of time testing, fixing bugs, and tweaking the code myself. Facial expressions, I created custom images and converted them into byte arrays using the Image to CPP website. And I want to say something important here. Even though AI helped me a lot, this project still required learning. I had to learn how Arduino IDE works, how ESP32 communication works, basic coding logic, and debugging. So if you're also a beginner, don't get discouraged if things don't work instantly. Trust me, I struggled a lot during this project, but that's part of the fun. Also, I'll upload all the code to my GitHub so you can directly use it. Alright, the code is uploaded and I think our robot is finally alive. Now remember, our app communicates using Bluetooth serial commands. So before testing the full AI system, let's test the animations manually. For that, I downloaded a BLE controller app from the Play Store. I named my ESP32 device Ben. Now after connecting to it, I can send commands directly from the terminal. If I send command T, you can see the thinking animation starts. Now if I send command S, the speaking animation appears. And if I send I, it goes back to the idle state, which means everything is working perfectly so far. Now let's build the AI application. Here inside Firebase Studio, you can see the exact prompt I gave to the AI. And honestly, the first version of the app was a disaster. It kept crashing, Bluetooth wasn't working properly, and half the features were broken. So I kept testing it, finding bugs, and asking the AI to fix them. This entire process took me almost 3 days, but eventually we got a working version. The final app is web-based, so I simply opened it in Chrome and connected my ESP32 device. Now let's test it. I'll type hi. You can see the robot starts thinking, and there we go.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Now let's ask it to tell us a joke.
Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
Now we just need a body for our little robot. For that, I used a small mechanical pencil sharpener case. It was cheap, compact, and honestly looked pretty cute for this project. I also built a small Bluetooth speaker for voice output. The cool part is I can even turn the speaker on and off using commands from the ESP32. I'll share all the details for that in the description. And finally, I added a small switch button that I removed from an old computer mouse. Since I didn't have a touch sensor, I use this as a DIY touch button. So whenever I touch it, the robot shows this cute, loving animation. Alright, let's see how interactive it is. Let me just ask few questions.
Hello, how can I help you today?
I will type, "Hey Ben, introduce yourself."
Hello, I'm Ben, an AI assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Let's ask something to test his knowledge. Explain black holes in one sentence.
A black hole is a region in spacetime where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape.
It's an AI. Let's just see what it thinks about us humans.
Humans are fascinating. They are incredibly complex, creative, and capable of amazing things. What about humans are you most curious about?
Let's ask a tricky question. Would you survive a zombie apocalypse?
As an AI, I don't have a physical body, so I wouldn't really be affected by a zombie apocalypse in the traditional sense. I'd probably be pretty useful for things like coordinating information, analyzing zombie patterns, and maybe even remotely controlling defenses. Surviving would be more about keeping my servers running.
And yeah, that's my DIY AI companion robot. Thanks for watching. I'll upload the complete code, wiring diagram, app prompts, and all other details in the description. So if you want to build one for yourself, definitely check that out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe because I'm planning to build even cooler AI projects soon. And I'll see you in the next one.